Hey Bayek, it's me Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm continuing my look at The X-Files. And we are now at the second season. So this is episode 1, Little Green Men, from 1994. Now, previously we had the Ermeyer flask, and the next one will be The Host. So the X-Files have been closed down, and well, it's great to see how the story now develops from the consequences of that. It's wonderful stuff. It is. So this was transmitted on the 16th of September 1994 on Fox Network. And on the 28th of August 1995 in the UK, BBC Two, it was transmitted then for the first time. Now this is written by a team that we recognise so much as writers. It's Glenn Morgan and James Wong. So you know you're in for some good stuff. This is directed by another regular, David Nutter. David Nutter, he directed in season 1, Ice, Beyond the Sea, we love that, Lazarus, Shapes, Tombs, and Roland. And season 2, this season, he was going to direct this one, of course, and Blood, 3, Firewalker, and in 1995, it's still in this season, it would be Irresistible. Then, in season 3, which is in all 1995, Clyde Bruckman's Final Repos, which was an award-winning episode, and then Too Shy, and then Nisai, and then Revelations. So he had quite a lot of good episodes that he directed, and also he just carried on and did a lot of TV series as such a great director. Now the music in this series is once again Mark Snow. But in this particular episode, we do have Bach's Brandenburg Concerto No. 2 in F, which is used as some of the music representing Earth on the Voyager. And this is true. This is based on fact. That piece of music is amongst those music that is sent out on the Voyager satellite into the beyond the solar system. Anyhow, that's where it's going out into space. So we get Bach there. Now the locations, we've got Plaza of Nations in Vancouver. We've got Seymour Demonstration Forest, North Vancouver, and more around Vancouver, as well as the sort of the studio sets that are used as well. So let's get through the cast. We've got David Duchovny as Fox Mulder. We've got Gillian Anderson, who plays Dana Scully. We've got William B. Davis playing the smoking man. And then we've got Mitch Pileggi playing Walter Skinner. All those are the regulars. that might give you a hint as well in this episode. It is part of the mythology, the conspiracy. It's not a Monster of the Week episode, so this is establishing more. And to some extent, it's a bit of an introduction for people who haven't seen the X-Files, who could join it at this point, because it does bring out the essence of what the series is about. So we've got Raymond J. Barry, who plays Richard Matheson, who's a senator. And incidentally, that name, Richard Matheson, was taken from the sci-fi horror writer as a tribute to him. Great writer, does some great, absolutely wonderful stories, definitely. We'd seen him in things like the Twilight Zone, all that. He was just such a great writer. Anyhow, that's a tribute to him. So Raymond J. Barry had been in quite an interesting lot of films. Born on the 4th of July 1989, K2 1991, Cool Runnings 1993, Flubber, yes, Robbie Williams film 1997, Training Day 2001, Steel City 2004, and then in more recent years, The Purge, Election Year 2014, part of that Purge series, excellent films. And then just, again, a lot of TV series and TV films. Now, Vanessa Morley, who plays Samantha Mulder, she was TV series and TV films. So they're the major two sort of actors in this. And also, I'd like to mention that, as I said, I've hinted at that about the Voyager music that were used on the Voyager. This is also based on another true part, is the SETI program, which is the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. This is the thing that's picking out radio signals that come to the Earth and checking them, and so we get that part in the story as well. As I said, I think he's really viewers that are new to the series could join it here, because we get to know so much. And I say it's part of the mythology series of episodes that we get, not the Monster of the Week. Now, so it starts, as I've hinted at, with the Voyager. Yes, about the Voyager. The signal that comes in to this tracking station. So we get that, and then Mulder we see him. He's now doing a surveillance job. They've all been reassigned, and Scully is back at doing medical stuff, teaching and what have you. But the Senator Matheson informs Mulder that he needs to go and see this at the tracking station, because something important is going on there and he's got to see it. So as you can see, Mulder is still continuing outside his FBI work, his pursuit for the truth, the conspiracy, finding out about ETs. So off he goes. He goes with this information and goes to Puerto Rico, where we see this giant communication dish. It's a big dish. And that's where the signals came in. And this is where the story develops. And Scully also is aware of this as well. And she follows him. But she knows that there's a strong belief that Mulder's telephone has been bugged and that he's been followed. She's very aware of that, and we see that when she's in the airport, that she's being followed. So anyhow, she goes down there, and I'm not going to say any more about the story, but all I can say is it's a brilliant story, this. And what we get, of course, is the usual frustration that they get so near. And we see this is the first episode as well in the whole series of from the first season, where we actually see now for the very first time actual ETs. Yes, we see them. So that's great. But of course, as usual, Mulder thinks he's got the evidence, and of course he hasn't. It's that dilemma which always happens. It's always just in his grasp, and then he's lost. But I think this is an excellent story, an excellent start to the season. And I think the other important thing is you see already, that affection between them two. And as he says to her, and this sort of sums it up, before I could only trust myself, now I can only trust you. And you feel that warmth and bond between them. And it's brilliant because the adventures are going to come on. Though, for various reasons, we're going to lose Scully for a few episodes. But not yet, but very soon. Or it could, in fact, be. I don't know, I've forgotten, but it's coming up soon because Gillian Anderson was having a baby. But you will see it when it happens, anyhow. But this is a great episode. It's a great opener, and I thoroughly recommend it. But I'm not going to say, you could start watching now, because the first season is so good. And if you haven't seen the first season, you should see the first season before. But the fact is that we see in this one the abduction of Samantha Mulder is, I think, an important part as well. And that's what I mean. You could watch this and then just get into the story about why Mulder is the way he is. And it is exciting in many ways to see that moment, the abduction. We see it in a flashback, and it's great to see. But what a story this is. It's a great start. Absolutely love it. And I'm excited watching it. You just want to binge watch it, when you start on this. But hey, I can't do that. Anyhow, because I'll do it every week, so do a review for you and be as excited as if I was watching it in real time. And that's how I'm doing it. So before I go, there it is. There's the actual second season box set. There's the back. And this is in the bigger box set, which is this big box with all these various seasons in. So, that's it, really. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'll let you know when I put out these videos. And you can look at all the previous reviews I've done on the X-Files in the playlist. I've got all in there. And also, have a look at all the other playlists where I review movies, TV shows, lots of things. Just have a look at all various things, and often with a nostalgic base as well. And music. I do some music now as well, so have a look there. And so if you like this particular video, please give this video a like, because then it gets it out into YouTube and all algorithms, and then hopefully other people might enjoy this video as well. Or perhaps they won't. I don't know. But if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments and I always answer them. And I keep cost notes, so you can't say fairer than that. So, all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.